Right, welcome ladies and gents. Madam Web is crashing and burning. In fact, it may struggle to reach $20 million opening weekend on a budget of reportedly anyway, $80 million, plus some reasonable amount of marketing material. They didn't spend a ton of money on this, but you know, this film would still need to reach somewhere in the region of, at the very least, $200 million to start breaking even when you account for theatre prices on this. You know, they're cut from all of this, and then a little bit of their marketing budget. I mean, I'm being very, very generous by saying they spent $20 million on marketing. I think they would have spent significantly more. There was a few trailers here and there. There was quite a lot of interviews, and they also went around and did some press tour as well. So $20 million to round out to a $100 million total, you know, production plus marketing. That's being very, very generous. You still need to reach $200 million to break even. So, this is tanking hard. Very, very hard. And then there's been some fun stuff revealed in the press as well. I don't understand why they keep using these writers. These were some of the writers that did Morbius. Like, what are you doing? What are you actually doing, Sony? And this is textbook failing up in the industry. Like, just stop. Stop it. Stop paying these people. These people would have been paid handsomely for this work. These are the type of people that striked during the WGA strike, and they deserve just to be fired and never hired ever again. But anyway, I digress. Hit subscribe if you're new here, folks. Turn the bell notifications on, and follow me over on Twitter at Mr. H Reviews. It is a very fun time over on X or Twitter. Anyway, let's take a look. So Madam Web loses grip on the box office during its second day in theatres, because of course it opened up on Valentine's Day. And yeah, it's going to struggle to hit $20 million opening weekend. Not a surprise. So it only did $6.05 million opening day. And then it just tanked from there. So according to Deadline, it basically went in and did 2.15 million during its second day in theatres. I mean, my God, 2/3 drop, essentially. Obviously, you know, a little bit less than 2/3, but pretty close to. I mean, that's bad. 64% drop. And obviously doesn't bode well for its six-day opening. My God. Deadline itself does actually say that Madam Web will... Well, they claim that Madam Web may not reach $20 million. I don't think... I think that's pretty much a dead certainty it's not going to hit $20 million. You know, it's not going to do it. You've got other movies coming out this weekend. Bob Marley, One Love, that's coming out this weekend. I think people are relatively interested in that. And Sony has essentially decided to not do what they did with Morbius, whereas with Morbius they doubled down. With Madam Web, they've just gone, yeah, we're done. We're done. The official Madam Web account on Twitter has just gone silent since February 13. Aside from some tiny little reposts here and there, they're just like, yeah, nah. And Sony's official account is just, nah, they're not doing anything either. Pretty crazy, to be honest. The studio apparently expects a $27 million holiday opening. Yeah, it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. Not going to do it. And hilariously, even if it does that, right, even if it does $27 million, that will be $12 million beneath Morbius. And that was a 3-day opening. This is terrible. It was such a bad film. It was so bad. Yeah, not good. Not good. But what is funny is all of the other articles coming out around it. So Madam Web recycles footage from Spider-Man 2. But what, if anything, does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. It literally doesn't mean anything at all. Nah. Because apparently Andrew Garfield was going to be the Spider-Man of this universe. Because if you didn't know, this is set before Spider-Man. And it literally has Uncle Ben. It literally has Mary Parker in it. And she's pregnant with Peter. This is just insane. Insane trash. But yeah, so basically I had a 2003 setting. You know, they could have done anything. But they were like, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to reuse some footage here, actually. Yeah, we're going to reuse some of that. Why? Why not? Because you're idiots. Why would you? And then apparently, this is funny. So Madam Web leak reveals Dakota Johnson in a comic-accurate costume. This turns up at the end, and holy, it's so bad. Madam Web is in effect the origin story of how Madam Web gets blind. That's the story. That's why. That's why this movie was made. We need to know. We must know how Madam Web became blind. My God, it's trash. So here it is for anyone that cares. Here you go. This is the end of the movie. Look, spider spunk all over the place. Ectoplasmic spunkos. Oh, honestly, so bad. And look at these shades. Oh my God. These costumes, they literally don't wear it. And it also looks like they recycled this image, right, from the previous shot earlier in the film when they were looking out over the skyscraper. So I definitely think they actually just reused that image, which is terrible. But people are coming out and defending it, of course. Isabella Merced defends the decision to barely feature the superhero costumes. Why? Why would you do that? Well, let's have a look. Let's see what she says. When you're invested enough in the story, no one was invested in this, my God. It's like those things don't really matter. You're just kind of like, what's best for the story? And I think they did it for a reason, you know? This is supposed to be an origin story. It wouldn't be an origin if we saw us in like half the movie with our suits on. I like that it's a little tease, and I like that it leaves people wanting more. Jesus. Terrible. Yeah, not good. Not good. Oh, wait, there's more. There's more. There's more. I don't know if... I tried to say some of this stuff in my review. But there was... The line was, Ben gets to be an uncle now. All of the fun and none of the responsibility. So that's obviously Uncle Ben. And then there was this comment which was funny. When you take on the responsibility, great power will come. So they just try to... Oh, also, what? You've never been shot at in Queens before, she says to Uncle Ben. I mean, who the ever-loving piss wrote this movie? Well, we know who wrote this movie. It's so bad. It is so bad. Awful. Awful. And wait, there's more. Because of course there is. It's now below Morbius on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie is just so bad. It's so bad. And believe it or not, Dakota Johnson is like, you know what? I'm keen to come back, actually. I'll definitely come back for a sequel. Definitely. If they want me to come back, then I definitely will. I have no idea what's in store. I know what's in store. It's dead. It's completely dead. It's offering some great memes though. I cannot recommend you guys watch it even for fun. I spent £5.99 watching this film. My local theatre's doing really, really cheap films for some unbeknownst reason. And yeah, even I sort of my popcorn cost more than the film. I sort of begrudged paying for it. It was garbage. Anyway, love to hear your thoughts. Just a good bit of fun today. So cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.